Good afternoon. Matt, you had a phenomenal story tonight. I mean, in the same way that you protect sources, when I call you and say you've got 18 anonymous sources and you go, well, I can't reveal my sources, Chairman Nunes, in conducting an investigation and a review, has an opportunity to have his sources. Our view is that the smart move was to make all the materials available to the chairman and the ranking member of the relevant committees. And I understand the obsession with the process piece. But we are focused on the substance of it, and I think the goal is to make sure that people have the substance that are looking into this, that we have asked to look into this,
so
and go.
The White House did reports. So I have two questions about that. One is, have they spoken about the business since June?
That your obsession with who talked to whom and when is not the answer here. It should be the substance. In the same way that when you guys print a story with 18 anonymous sources, your obsession is the substance. It seems now that you continue to look at it from a backwards prism, which is, you know, what happened, who drove in what gate, who did they meet with, what were they wearing that day, as opposed to what's the underlying substance of this. Did something happen in the 2016 election? Did leaks occur? We are not going to engage actively in that kind of leaking that has been a problem. Please don't put words in my mouth. I never said I would provide you answers. I said we would look into it. The responsible thing for us to do is to provide the individuals and the committees who are doing the review the materials that they're looking for, or some of them. We don't know what they're exactly looking for, what they've seen and what they haven't. Our goal is to be as forthright as possible. They asked the intelligence intelligence communities and others in a March letter for information. We are willing to provide them with the information that we have. The materials that we have come across. And I think that is an important step. Again, it is not, our obligation is to make sure that a review is done both in the House and the Senate, as we asked for a few weeks ago, not to make sure that we illegally leak out information to you. And when you budget, we want to do so responsibly and do so within the priorities that the President's laid out. I think that there's a few members of the Freedom Caucus, both prior to last Friday's vote and since then, who have expressed a willingness to want to work with him rather than necessarily as a block. And I think that there continues to be some promising signs in that with that. So again, I think part of it is that I think if people are more concerned with voting as a block than in what's the best interest of their constituents and the American people, he's hoping that people will see the bigger picture, the goals that we outlined, and sometimes not like the really good be the enemy of the perfect. And I think there's going to be a lot on the table when it comes to that over the 2 days that then we'll talk. I'm going to let the tweet speak for itself. For those of you who think, or just for your understanding, it would be improper of me to discuss the election or defeat of any candidate from this podium.